why in the world did you call the fire department about a little bit of smoke?
It wasn't a little bit of smoke. It was a lot of thick smoke in the ladies' room.
It couldn't have been. You just got excited. And now we have shepherds flying all over the fire trucks in the streets and baby angels crying and half the neighborhood. Didn't you know it was just cigar smoke?
No, I didn't know it was just cigar smoke. I don't expect to find cigar smoke in the bathroom of a ladies' church. Alice Engelken's mother was mad too, and the whole Ladies' Aid Society was mad. And Reverend Hopkins said he didn't know what to think.
I've been on the phone all day and I don't know what to think. Some people say they set fire to the kitchen. Some people say they set fire to the ladies' room. Well, I don't know which to believe, but if there's one thing I know, this is really going to put a dent in our collections.
I understand what you're saying, Reverend, but you have to understand the Herdmans.
The Herdmans have done nothing but cause trouble since they came here. I've had half the mothers calling me, telling me they don't want them around their children. They say that they're a terrible influence on them. Vera Wendelken says all they do is talk about inappropriate behavior in underwear.
That was Toby Clark talking about the underwear. And the only fire was in the kitchen where the applesauce cake burned
Well,
up.
the whole church is in an uproar. I know Jesus said stuff for the little children to come unto me, but I don't think he meant the Herdmans.
Well, aren't we supposed to clothe the needy, feed the hungry, and shelter the homeless? Isn't that what a church is for?
Well, yes, but you also have to understand that my role as a shepherd is to protect my flock, especially when someone puts them in danger.
What the Reverend is trying to say is that he's worried that the Herdmans will tear the fabric of his whole congregation and cause them to scatter. The church attendance as low as it already is. We can't afford to lose more.
I know, Miss Hopkins, but how will we ever learn to live with the Herdmans if we're not around them? We shouldn't turn them away just because they're a little eccentric. After all, John the Baptist lived in the desert and ate locusts and honey.
I hear you, Grace, but you need to understand that I'm afraid that at this rate, we won't even have a building to have it. In light of this, don't you think we should cancel it?
I'll bet that was Helen Armstrong's idea.
We could blame it on the fire. Makes a good excuse.
Right, I bet that was Edna McCarthy's idea.
Well, everyone seems to think it's going to be a
Disaster? Well, they're wrong. This is going to be the best Christmas pageant we've ever had.
Grace, I don't think anyone's going to come to see it.
Bill, have a little faith. The least we can do is trust Grace. She wasn't put in charge for nothing. You have my full support.
I appreciate your confidence, Mrs. Hopkins. I promise you I won't let it be in vain.
I still don't think anyone will come.